Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. I know this statement is crazy, right? This title of my video. But I want you guys to listen to this. And I want you guys to stay tuned because the longer this video goes on, the worse it gets. As we go, we're going to discuss every single point because it is mind-blowing. On a beautiful Sunday like today, we are going to discuss this. Check this out.
You know, every single time I look at social media, turn on the TV or the news, I'm bombarded by this negative, chaotic view of America. You see riots on campus.
More than a dozen people were arrested at Ohio State University overnight.
You see homeless people, drug addicts. You see gun violence. Just in general, a country in decline. And this stuff, although it exists, I just don't see it. If I walk outside now, if I go downtown now to go to a restaurant or something, I'm not going to see any of that stuff. And that's because that stuff is so amplified and so overblown.
So you literally just showed me, like this guy, literally just showed us all the bad things about America, but he tells us that it's just in certain areas. It's not where he lives. So you're telling me that everything you're seeing can, like 3 streets down, a war can happen and you would still make a video telling us, oh, but it's not where I live. Like, you're just blind to the stuff, right? Like, my point always when I talk about America is you can go anywhere, you can live in the richest of places, but you can't be comfortable sending your kid to school or even going to the supermarket because there are so many shootings in America. So let's just see where this guy is going with this.
Out of all the places in the world, there's a reason why I tried so hard and went through so much effort and time and all the loopholes I had to jump through. And that is because America is a phenomenal country.
Loopholes? I don't know if you know this guy, but this guy lived in China. Then he got kicked out of China. And then he decided to move to America because that is where he can make money. By telling all these lies about China and using it as leverage to be like, I lived in China, so what I'm saying is true. No loopholes. He is just there because he got kicked out of this country. And before you tell me, oh, but it's because there's no freedom of speech. He got kicked out of the country because he started telling lies about China because he realized that he makes more money telling lies about China than what we are doing here as YouTubers, telling the truth about China.
Now hear me out, because of course the bar is set pretty low for a person like me. I grew up in South Africa and I spent a third of my life in China, of course. But I can go get an envelope. I can write an address on it, stick a little stamp, go out to my mailbox, and remember, I live in a fairly rural area these days. Stick it in my mailbox, put up that little red flag, and somebody picks it up. And believe it or not, it arrives at its destination. Mind blown.
Like, firstly, are you serious? Mailboxes. We live in 2024. We are here to talk about the big stuff, like infrastructure, safety, speech, all these kind of stuffs. And you are telling me that you love America because you can send a mail without anything happening to it. And then besides that, you throw your own country, South Africa, under the bus, where South Africa has no school shootings, by the way. Yes, South Africa is dangerous, but only certain parts of South Africa. Like, it's not everywhere like in America. You have to look over your shoulder all the time. You need to be scared all the time. South Africa is a beautiful country, so leave South Africa out of this. But seriously, you're proud of mailboxes in America.
But the basic things work very well. Libraries. I take my daughter to the public library all the time. Not only do you have access to all these books and programs, you know, they have like things they put on for children all the time. I mean, I would have loved growing up in America just because of the libraries and how cool they are.
Libraries? Every single country has libraries. And who takes books out anymore? Usually you buy books. Every single country has a library, has a children's section. Like, you are talking about the smallest of things. Why you are telling all of us America is an amazing country to live in. Like, one thing I want you to realize about this guy while he's talking, he's looking down like the whole time. And I don't know if some of you know this, But that is literally the number one thing that a liar does. One of his characteristics is he's looking down because he cannot look you in the eye because he is lying. It's literally a characteristic. Go Google it if you don't believe me. Just watch while he's talking, just like this all the time.
But then you've got the playgrounds. Again, I live in a fairly rural area, but even out here, the local playground is well maintained, the lawns are mowed, the public bathrooms there have toilet paper in them, and they're fairly clean, about as clean as you can expect a public toilet to be. And it's nice. I could take my kid there. It's safe. It's a fantastic thing. They've got jungle gyms and all that there. They have farmers markets and fairs and all sorts of things for kids to do and families to do all the time. It's really, really a wonderful place to live.
Parks, really? Are you literally telling us to move to America, or it's a good idea to live in America because the grass is cut and there are jungle gyms in the parks? That is not the point why I have this YouTube channel. It's not to tell you that the parks look horrible in America. It is to tell you, right, that it's not safe in America. So like, there is no sense of what you're telling us about the grass is cut in America. Some parks are safe to go to. I never said that there are homeless people in every single park in America, but it's 100% true that you cannot sit in a park while your kids are playing around for you to be playing on your phone or talking to your friends too long without looking over your shoulder, making sure your kids are okay. That is my point, why America is not safe.
It is a time-honored tradition in America to criticize the government. In fact, that's something that makes America great, and what it really is today is the fact that the people can criticize the government and take care of things they don't like.
Again, so we should live in America because it is good to disrespect your government. Like with that, I can be like, I do live in South Africa. Not a lot of people respect the government or, you know, stand behind their choices. And that's why South Africa is falling apart. But you telling me that people should move to America, or you love America because it is a tradition to disrespect and judge your government. Like, I finally understand. Well, let me take my camera here because this is serious. I finally understand why a lot of people don't like to watch my videos, because they believe I have been brainwashed by China, by the Chinese government for some reason, that China is not safe and China has no freedom of speech and no human rights and stuff like that. Because while I'm watching this guy, I'm cringing and I'm like, is this guy serious right now, or does he really just do it for views? Because the things that are coming out of his mouth, it's like he has to be brainwashed, right? Because he's talking about the smallest of things, like, oh, farmers markets and the parks and the library. Like, we want to talk about serious stuff, right? Infrastructure, the living quality of people, health insurance, medical insurance, you know, high-speed rail, for example, public transport. These are the things that matter in countries. Like, talk about that. The next part is probably going to be the most shocking. Let's go.
Picture this. You have a beautiful garden, fruit trees, and I don't know, maybe you've got some bees making honey, and you've got a beautiful lawn, but there's this one brown patch on your lawn, right? It's ruining everything for you. Even though it's just a tiny brown patch, you're going to focus on it, right? You're going to look at that brown patch. This is terrible. This has to change. This is ruining my beautiful garden, this one brown patch. And that's human nature. You're going to focus on that problem. And that's what seems to happen here in America, is there are problems. Absolutely are problems. But they are these, in relation to everything else, fairly small problems, and people focus on them, hyper-focus on them.
I want you guys to share with me why, when people go to the US, like some of my friends have, and they always give negative comments, they always tell me about something that happened with safety, like some people, you know, following them around, like I told you about my friend the other day who was in the bathroom, and like there were guys waiting outside the bathroom for her, stuff like that. But then you see all these YouTubers that come to China and they leave feeling more positive about China. They don't have anything bad to say about China. How can you tell me that we are focused on a brown patch and we are just focusing on the bad of America? That makes no sense. Never any of our YouTubers have said America is like just a horrible country. We always talk about the stuff like public transport, like the railway network, the infrastructure, the quality of living, the homeless people, because that is what is important. Yes, a lot of places are clean. It's nice to walk around. It will probably be amazing to be in Times Square for New Year's, all that stuff. My point is, you have to look over your shoulder the whole time. It's not focusing on a brown area and just ignoring all the other stuff. It is about we're focusing on what is important. Like when I make videos and I compare like a small city or smaller city like Kunming, my city that I'm living in, to the biggest city in America, New York City, the richest city in America, although, to their subway system. Yes, maybe I'm getting one or two of the worst subway stations in New York City. But again, it is the richest city in America. There shouldn't be one bad subway station. There shouldn't be a horrible subway system, dirty. Do you understand what I'm trying to convey to you? That we are talking about the important things here.
America is actually a fantastic, wonderful, phenomenal country. But, you know, I was going to talk about the crime. I was going to address every single thing. But I don't think it's necessary.
Like, the reason you are not mentioning stuff like crimes is because there's nothing good to say about the crime rate in America. So this video frustrated me a lot, and I'm not just hating on this guy. It just, the things that he is saying, I want you guys to understand my point from my channel. I am not here to just tell you America's bad, never go there. I just mean, like, America, and especially the Western media, right, everywhere, they always make these lies about China. And that is why I started this YouTube channel. So I am always debunking the lies. But China never talks things about America. Always when they say something, it's because they are defending themselves, proving that this is not right what America is saying. And that is what I wanted to do with this video today. Is this guy said so many things that I just wanted to kind of take apart and talk about it and discuss with you guys about what this guy is saying. And I hope that someone who is watching his videos will hopefully watch my videos and just be like, maybe this guy is brainwashed. Maybe I shouldn't believe what he's saying, because he is talking about stuff like a public library and some cut grass in a park. And oh, where he goes, it's not that bad. But he's, you know, ignoring everything that he sees on the news about the country he is living in. So yeah, I just wanted to take that apart for you guys, discuss that with you guys. And yeah, I appreciate you for staying until the end. This is probably one of the most important videos that I want to hear your opinions about. Like, do you feel this guy has some truth to what he's saying, or do you think it's just complete bull? There's no good word to say. I'm not allowed to swear on YouTube. Like, there's just absolute poo what he's saying. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Just don't listen to this guy. It is sad, but he has to be doing it for money, because he lived in China. He knows it's not as bad as what he's making it out to be. So yeah, I hope I reach some audience again today with the truth about China. Enjoy your day. The anger is over now for however long minutes this video is. But yeah, let's enjoy the rest of our Sunday. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.